Elon Musk says Bitcoin is on the verge of getting broad acceptance, quote unquote, by traditional finance people. Welcome back to Impact, everyone, right here on the Swolenormous Pro channel on YouTube. And make sure you also subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify over on the Swolenormous Procast. Make sure you check out both of those places. You could watch, you can listen, and you can stay up to date with all the stories that are tickling my beard. Now, Elon Musk recently changed his Twitter bio to the Bitcoin symbol. So Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the talk of the town. Now, it definitely was a couple years ago when it rocketed up to 20,000, then dropped. But obviously now, since January, it hit 41, I believe was around its highest. And then it's kind of been flirting around the low to mid 30s, kind of spiking up and down, give or take maybe 5 to 10% a day for a while, waiting to break out or to dip. But there's much more institutional involvement with Bitcoin. So it's much more legit or legitimized than it has been in the past. A lot of people probably wrote off Bitcoin like, oh, that's fool's gold. That's not something that people are going to have a stored value in. But especially since all the Wall Street bets and the little people that are sticking it to the man, there's a lot more uncertainty with the quote standard market. And a lot of people don't have a lot of faith there or as much as they did before. Now, whether or not you're going to go buy gold or silver or any of these other type of assets, cryptocurrency is set and is poised to be the next place that people are going to be looking at for a great investment opportunity. Now, there's a lot of speculation that Bitcoin is easily going to pass six figures this year, 100,000 plus. I think it's definitely, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? No one thought it would get to 20,000. Oh my God, it crashed. It was the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency bubble. It hit 20,000 and it crashed. Oh my God, it's done. Well, now it's back up to over 30 and it's staying there. And it hit 41. And there's a lot of big investors that have gone deep buying thousands of Bitcoins totaling up to billions of dollars. So a lot of companies are looking to put their treasury and to invest and to stockpile Bitcoin, which means that there's something there, unless they're trying to run the racket of maybe crashing it and then picking it up lower. Who knows? But there's a lot of big money in Bitcoin now. That's all I'm going to say here. Let's check out this article. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has said that Bitcoin is a good thing and that it is set to get mainstream attention. Quote, I think Bitcoin is really on the verge of getting broad acceptance by the sort of the conventional finance people. I don't have a strong opinion on other cryptocurrencies, he said. Musk went on to say that many of his friends have convinced him to buy Bitcoin in the past, but that he is late to the party. He added that he should have bought some Bitcoin in 2013 when one of his friends introduced the cryptocurrency at the time. He also briefly talked about Dogecoin, the meme coin that he has tweeted about in the past, saying that he occasionally makes jokes about Dogecoin. And Dogecoin is a joke. It's a joke. It doesn't have any value, but you never know. I mean, here's the thing about finance, about money, is that whatever people put their trust in is what people are going to use. If in the future everyone goes behind Dogecoin, then Dogecoin is what people are going to use to exchange. Now, I don't know. A lot of people are talking about precious metals and such. Anytime the market kind of gets a little bit sketchy, and obviously with all the injection of the stimulus packages that are going to devalue the dollar, a lot of people are worried about the dollar. A lot of people are worried, okay, where else am I going to put the money? But at the same time, do you think humans are going to be peddling gold and silver? Like you're going to be carrying around a satchel with silver and be handing it out, or gold? I don't really think that's logical unless everything melts down and there's no technology. We are going to use something digital like cryptocurrency that can be decentralized, that can be controlled by the individual and not big institutions. Now, whether or not there's going to be regulation or what type of regulation, if there can be, there are some really strong pros to Bitcoin. And there are also some, I don't want to say downsides or negatives, but there's a lot of open-endedness when it comes to cryptocurrency, because if there's a big cryptocurrency, you can create another one that works faster. You can create another one that has more privacy. You can create another one that has X, Y, and Z, because it's open. You can build applications on Ethereum. You can do so many different things with cryptocurrency that there can always be another one that works better. However, Bitcoin famously has a limited cap where there is a limited supply. So just like a lot of things on Earth, precious metals wise, there's a limited supply of Bitcoin, which does increase rarity, which will increase value, supply and demand. So the beautiful thing about cryptocurrency is that there could be other ones that come out down the road, and then Bitcoin isn't used, but it's the first in, the biggest, it's the big name. So right now, that is the one that people are treating as, quote, digital gold. Musk, he went on to talk about how Dogecoin is a joke and that it'd be really funny if someday it became like what we use. But Musk's comments come 3 days after he added Bitcoin to his Twitter bio and posted, quote, in retrospect, it was inevitable, possibly meaning that the Bitcoin mention was sure to happen. Bitcoin surged by about 15% on Friday after he mentioned it and is currently trading up by about 33,800. So that's obviously, I mean, if you're following the Procast, the latest ones we've been doing, talking about different types of cryptocurrencies and different things to get involved with. I've been talking about Earth2. If you want to look up earth2.io, I'll put that in the description down below. Casey and I have been talking about it on one of the most recent Procast sessions. But there's going to be more ways for people to invest. There's always new opportunities. So don't think like this is the last chance. And if you think that Bitcoin is too expensive, you don't have to buy a full one. If you sign up for Coinbase, you can use Coinbase, you can deposit US dollars, and Coinbase will charge you a fee, and you can purchase any percentage of Bitcoin. You can put in $100 into Bitcoin. Now, of course, if it's at 30,000, it goes up to 100,000. You put in $100, you'll have about $315 or $310, something like that. So just like any other kind of stock or investment, your value will increase proportionately to the growth of Bitcoin. But there is a limited supply. So there are a lot of people that are still hesitant. There are a lot of coins that are still available. A lot of people have lost coins in the past. So there's a lot of coins that are just completely gone, that people have had on hard drives they've thrown out, or that they lost, or that got erased. And you read those stories around too. But if you think that Bitcoin is over, we're talking about an investment. We're talking about something for the future. I wouldn't say put your life savings into it, but I would say, I mean, personally, I'm putting in aggressively on a regular basis. I'm putting in, usually the common approach is to put like 10 to 20%, money that you would be willing to lose. And what I mean is, it's not that you're going to be happy to lose money, but if it disappears, you're not going to be on the street. Don't put your life savings into it. Don't put something that you need to pay for rent. Make sure you have enough for 3 or 4 months of rent and utilities and such. You could have your other investments, your 401k, your Roth IRA, or whatever it is, and your other taxable accounts. But also make sure you're getting involved with cryptocurrency. And there's a lot of other ones out there that may or may not be valuable. You could do all the research you want. Coinbase does support more and more of these other coins. You can also check out other sites, Bittrex or Binance.us, for getting involved with cryptocurrency. But there are a lot of other coins that are maybe 20 cents, 30 cents. So you can put in $50 here and there and just hold. I mean, for me, the game is holding. I'm holding. I'm not trading cryptocurrency. I'm not trying to wait for the dip, and I'm buying and I'm holding. So anytime I purchase, I'm just accumulating Bitcoin. So I think that's a wise approach. It's definitely important to spread your investments around, to make sure that you have security and to make sure that you have skin in the game. Because if it does pop off and go, I mean, it's already popped off. People would have laughed at you if you said Bitcoin was going to hit 40,000 when it was hitting like $100 or $50 or $10 or 15 cents. But this is how things work. All of a sudden it's going to become normal, and you don't want to have missed the boat. So just getting involved with it at least exposes you to understanding what decentralized finance is, because that is the future. You can see it already happening now with Wall Street bets and this whole situation where a lot of people aren't trusting the big banks. They haven't for a while, but a lot of these situations that come up in the news reinforce that things are changing and that people are tired of getting pushed around, and the masses do have power, especially when they get together. When you have this opportunity to have decentralized finance, there's a lot of future to that, whether or not it's Bitcoin or something else. Ethereum, you could build applications upon Ethereum. Ethereum's probably dramatically undervalued in my opinion, but we'll see how these things play out. Now, whether or not they're going to dip again, whether or not it's going to rocket to 70,000, then plummet down to 15, no one knows. I mean, this is just the will of the people. Like, we'll see what happens here. But as more and more institutions get involved and put millions and millions and millions of dollars into Bitcoin, a lot of the classic voices that were talking trash about it are now, oh, they're talking conceptually about cryptocurrency. They're trying to cover their disdain for it in previous interviews. You can see that everywhere. A lot of people are taking it seriously. It's not some kind of fringe investment. There's supply and demand. There's a limited quantity. And it is the future. As long as technology continues, we're not going back to trading stones and seashells. All right. Just my thoughts on it. So what are your thoughts? Drop a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm happy to be back with Impact. Make sure you also check out the Swolenormous Procast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I will be putting this Impact and all the Impact videos up there on the podcast as well, so you can listen at your convenience, as well as the longer Procast sessions with my peeps. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon for some more Impact. Peace.